The next time you need a haircut, think of the barbershop with a grand tradition. Williams Barbershop. Williams Barbershop, proud to serve the entire community of Eufaula. Come by to our new location, new facilities, and see what it's like to be treated in style at Williams Barbershop in the old J.C. catalog store. There is another choice for making funeral arrangements. Central Funeral Services, located in Eufaula and Louisville, Alabama, with one-of-a-kind staff, thrives on professionalism and meeting the unique needs of families with a wide variety of services. Owned and operated by the Mixon family. Call 687-1060 or 266-5261. Melissa Mixon Smith, licensed funeral director.
Good evening. You're watching Gumbo Live with L.C. Green, and I'm here today. I got some good information for you. I got with me, I got Dr. Stern, who Pastor Copeland going to tell you about. And we're here at the bread basket. We're back home now. Our last two programs, we wasn't here. We were gone away from home, but we're back home now. And so we're going to do this. But let me thank you first of all for watching Gumbo Live on Tuesdays at 6:45 and on YouTube. So we thank you. Brian, thank you, my friend, for being here. Thank you, Dr. Sterling, for being here. Brian, I want you to tell our listening audience about our guest. You are a pastor, and tell us a little bit. You also tell us a little bit about yourself. Because a lot of folks don't know you. You recently, I know they did an article with you at the paper. But tell our audience. We got a mass audience.
A mass audience. I love mass audience.
Yeah, we got a lot of folks.
We don't always get mass audiences on Sunday morning.
Yeah, I know that's right. So tell them about yourself, my brother.
Glad to. My name is Brian Copeland. I'm the pastor at First Presbyterian Church here in Eufaula. I'm originally from Rock Hill, South Carolina, so I'm still from the South, just now a little further, deeper south than I was before. I'm a recent graduate from Columbia Seminary in Decatur, Georgia. I have a 14-year-old daughter whom I love dearly and enjoy spending every minute we can together. It has been a pleasure serving here in this community since February of this year, and I have been called and installed as the essentially permanent pastor here at First. And so I'm looking forward to a longer time in ministry here in this community and exploring things that we can do.
All right.
And
let me do this.
All right.
I always tell my guests this because I don't want none of my guests to think I'm rude. But as you see, there's nothing before us. We ain't got no script. We ain't got nothing wrote down. So a lot of times you'll say something and it'll trigger a thought in my head.
Uh-oh.
So so what I do a lot of times, especially you, I interrupt you, but I'm not being rude. But I try to give our audience as much information as we can in the time allotted for us. And I promise my audience every time I come on, I promise my audience that not only will we be entertaining, but we'll be informative. And so sometimes they'll trigger something, and I think they need a little bit more information.
All right.
All right?
Did you have something?
Oh, yeah. We just assuming that everybody know what the church is.
Okay.
So let's tell them what the church is.
Sure.
Here in the city of Eufaula. Plus we got people on YouTube.
Right.
That may be passing through Eufaula in the future. And
we want them to know.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, we are at 201 North Randolph Avenue here in Eufaula. And our phone number is 334-687-2523. And one of the things that we're going to be doing here pretty soon is a new fundraiser that we're trying this year. We're going to be selling pumpkins throughout October. Now, it's going to be a wide variety, so it's not just going to be pumpkins, it's going to be some kinds of gourds and all kinds of fun stuff. And it's not for us, but it's for Presbyterian Home for Children. And so they also have a website, Presbyterian Home for Children. It's in Talladega.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
I'm interested in this.
All right.
The pumpkins that you're selling,
Yes.
is that what you make the pies out of, or is this just for coffee?
Oh, you can make pies out of them. I believe they're organic. They're farm grown out in New Mexico.
Okay.
And the people who we get them from are actually in mission work. This is one of their ministries.
Okay.
They deliver them all over
All
the
right.
country.
So everybody out there in the surrounding area, let's come on and support this program. Let's come on out there. And y'all can make some pumpkin pies and drop them off at the bread basket for me. And me and Dr. Bush will talk about that at a later date. Dr. Bush told me to lose 10 more pounds. And then I'm a diabetic.
10 more than what?
Than what and plus I'm a diabetic, so I can't be eating all that sweet. So there's not much sweet in a pumpkin pie.
I don't think I have never put sugar in a pumpkin pie.
All right, very good, very good. So let's come out and support this. Let's come out and support this program and help this church and make this preacher feel welcome. Let him know that this community, and this community is very supportive. This community is very, very supportive. Now, Brian, tell us about our very special guest here. Unless you got something else you want to say.
I think that's about got us as far as the church goes.
All right.
We do have a traditional worship service every Sunday at 11 a.m. So everybody is always welcome, and we look forward to seeing you.
Now, traditional.
Traditional. Organ music, scripture readings, piano music. We don't really have the guitars and the drums. We have a very traditional setting, or I guess that's the right word for
Okay,
it.
all right,
But we don't. It's an older church.
And it's a pipe organ.
It's a pipe organ.
Yeah, that's
beautiful pipe organ.
Yeah. I've been over there.
It's built in 1869 in the church, the sanctuary.
I see they got the historical one. But anyway, come on now, me and you get to talking.
I know, we'll just keep going. We'll eat up all our time and can't learn anything.
This is our special guest we got here. And this is what happens every time we didn't get together. We get to talk. And,
that's why we don't normally film it.
Yes, right. And we forget there's others here.
Exactly.
And our time, people gonna start throwing stuff at us. So come on and introduce to let our audience know who we got as our special guest.
Well, Dr. Karen Sterling and her husband Rick Stedham are fairly new to this community as well. I'm a little bit newer, I think, but when they came here, they started visiting the church, and they had a new vision, and it's kind of more of an ecumenical take on ministry, on reaching out to others. And it's really exciting. They've got a lot of things going on with this. They purchased the campground just north of town, and what they're doing with it is going to be really interesting and engaging, not only for well, really for everybody, all ages, and it's really exciting. And I'd love to hear more about it.
Well, very good. Lake Eufaula Campground has been in existence since about 1969, and it was established about the time that the actual lake was formed. And back at that time, it was a great place to bring your family. Hunters and fishermen came to the campground. And it was a KOA campground at that point in time, but they found themselves so busy they didn't need to stay at KOA campground. When Rick and I were looking for campgrounds to purchase, we were looking for a transition business. Rick is an engineer, I am a physician by training, and something that would keep us active and engaged with people as we move into our retirement. Yes.
Just for a frame of reference. It used to be
KOA.
KOA. It used to be the KOA.
Yes.
Right off of 431.
That's correct.
And now it's Lakeview. What is it now?
It's still Lake Eufaula Campground, has the same name, but it's a Good Sam RV park.
Okay. So everybody that's a member of Good Sam,
Right.
that's where they go.
That is, they get a discount if they are a Good Sam member and they're camping in a Good Sam park.
Okay, now what about that AOK, whatever that was? Now everybody's welcome there.
Everybody is welcome.
Okay,
Yes.
but Good Sound people get
Get a discount.
okay, I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead and tell us about that.
Not a problem at all.
All right.
There were so many things that really interested us in this particular campground. And probably one of the most exciting things about that is that it has adjacent to it 36 acres that is kind of like a hidden garden. This area has 9 ponds. We've got 4 of them for bass and brim fishing. A couple we're going to probably work with some catfish with. And then a couple that are more wetlands, wildlife kind of ponds. We see a lot of birds and wildlife in as you look at the 36 acres.
So you got a pond ready to fish right now?
Yes.
Ready to fish right now?
Absolutely.
All right, all right. You got their attention now.
It is a beautiful place. It's like a secret garden. You don't expect to find this actually within the city limits of Eufaula. We're right on Chihuahua Creek. A lot of our folks are interested in the boating aspects and how accessible that is. The water's down right now, so you've got to enjoy the other parts of the park. But that doesn't mean it's not a great place to spend the weekend and spend it with family and friends. When you own a business, when you start a small business, I think everybody who does that has an idea of what they want it to become. Some are, wanting to be able to think about being on Shark Tank and doing something wonderful in that way. Others are trying to, they have to put bread on the table for their family. And sometimes, especially if you get to a stage in life like my husband and I are at this point, we want to use this business not only to be successful so that we can do more things, but also so that we can give back in some small way. Our mission statement for the campground is to support individuals, relationships, and the community by promoting quality outdoor activities. When I grew up, I was outside all the time. I lived in many different places growing up, but one that was most memorable to me was in the Rocky Mountains in Utah.
Okay, now let's talk about outside.
Sure.
All right. Tell us, those of us who may not want to fish, what can we do once we get out there? When we want to come out there, we hear about the water, and I may want to watch somebody else fish. They get very bored. So what do we have to offer?
We have both canoe and kayak rental at the campground. We have a swimming pool. We're keeping it open another week. We're just about to run out of season as the weather gets a little cooler here for fall. We have a hiking trail. And one of the things I'm really excited about is we're working with local churches to develop a spiritual trail. The spiritual trail is really supported by a number of faith organizations and individuals, and they are providing a verse that they would like to see on the trail. You will do a small, probably half-a-mile trail at the most, and we're also going to build, together with our friends from Eufaula, a prayer labyrinth. If you haven't been part of a prayer labyrinth, it's a wonderful way to pray. As you go through the maze or the labyrinth, it reminds you a lot of your faith journey. At times you're going very fast, and at other times it seems like you're kind of backing up on yourself. You're able to reflect on certain points.
Let me ask you this. I've been walking here lately 3 times a day, doctor's office. And one of the things I look for when I walk during the daytime is shade as I walk.
Yes.
Help me with that. If I come out there, am I out there in the hot sun, or do I have some cover?
There is a little of both, because we wander through the 36 acres in terms of the hiking that you can do there. So you're not going to be out in the hot sun for a long period of time. We are also very excited that in work with the city, there's been a grant to actually have the Rails and Trails trail that is here in downtown Eufaula be extended right past the campground next year. So we're really hoping that the grant has been approved. Now it's a question of getting the bids and getting the work done.
Right.
But at that point, you will be able to hike or bike from the campground and clear to the breadbasket.
Now look, you said 36 acres.
Yes.
Now, when I'm talking about, I'm talking about walking a trail. The whole 36 acres is not trail, is it?
No, our trail right now is about 3/4 of a mile, and the spiritual trail will be smaller.
That's good. I think I'm taking that spiritual trail. Yeah.
Bike side.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got the walking. We got the walking. What else do we have for the outside?
We've got the canoe and kayaks.
Oh, that's
A lot of
right.
people people are very interested in doing that. If you have a group of family and friends, day use swimming is wonderful to come. There's a pavilion that holds about 25 people right next to the pool.
Okay. Pavilion, okay.
A pavilion that people will enjoy. Or you can have your picnic out in different places. This fall we're actually doing tailgating, so if you have a group of friends that want to root for their favorite team, they can actually come out, get one of our picnic sites, have their cookout, and then come watch the game.
Now, do we have to bring our own grill and stuff when we cooking, or is there cooking utensils like that?
A grill is necessary. We do have fire rings available for campfires, but we don't have the grill in this point.
So that's allowed. We can bring out.
Absolutely.
We can bring our grills. Now what? Now tell me this here, because when we're dealing with folks and you tell the folks to come out, what is not allowed?
I guess the things that are commonly not allowed is firearms. We don't have, we're in the city limits, so you're not going to be shooting anything from that standpoint. We are pet friendly, however, we have made a restriction. We do not allow pit bulls on the property. We've just had some issues and problems with that particular breed, so that is not allowed, and you do have to keep your pet under control.
Now, Doctor, tell us this here, because Brian, you can know this. What can you not bring in your cooler?
Yeah, watch Presbyterian.
What can you not bring in your cooler? Well, now let's get down to it. Alcohol beverage allowed out there?
It is allowed, yes.
It is allowed.
We do not have a liquor license, so we do not sell it.
Right.
We do have a little store. We sell basically the staples of camping. So we've got cold drinks, we've got ice, we've got chips and goodies, but we do not have.
Okay, sure. You don't have liquor license.
We do not have a liquor license.
But somebody can bring their own.
If they so wish, yes.
Okay. Now let me ask you this here, because I'm always concerned about this. I'm always concerned about this. That's why my city councilman representative don't speak to me right now. I'm concerned about this. Look. Is there an area set aside? If me and Brian want to come out there with our cooler, we got, some cold beverages on there. Is there a side set aside where we can do that and don't interfere with people that bring their families? See, when he bring his daughter, we're going to do things different when he brings his daughter. You see what I'm saying? And so my question to you, it seems comical, but this is something that I'm concerned about. Is it all going to be sitting there together? Or those of us who want something cool, you understand what I'm saying?
Like a smoking and not smoking,
right?
Drinking and not.
Right, there you go. Are you established to do that?
We actually do it somewhat differently, I guess, at this point in time, because everyone who is coming in for primary day use or a period of time is assigned a campsite. We have the ability within what campsites people are assigned to that make the most sense for them. So, for example, we've had a number of military guests that come. In fact, we offer a 10% discount for the active military as part of our campground. And oftentimes they find that they like to be on point by the water, and they party a lot because they're off base, and it's kind of time to do that.
Sure.
On the other hand, when I have a 3-year-old with me, we find that those groups do much better closer to the restrooms, especially if they're camping.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
But I think that part of what we're trying to say here is that when you support the individual, you support relationships, you support the outdoors and the community, it is a community endeavor. We want people to get in touch with God's creation, to have a little time for reflection. That's what the hiking or the kayaking can be about, just a time to relax.
Well, one more thing. Smoking.
Yes.
Smoking allowed on the campground?
Well, as a physician, I really discourage it any way that I can.
I understand that, but is it allowed?
It's not allowed in the buildings, but it is allowed when you're camping or at your campsite.
Outside?
Yes.
You said something about cabins.
We do have, next year we hope to have more, but we do have a cabin and a loft available. Yes, and we also have a motorhome available. So if somebody wants to see what the camping experience is like in a camper, but they don't have one, we have a way of facilitating
All right.
that.
Now, okay, now, what's allowed in there? Can we smoke in the cabin? Can we drink in the cabin?
You cannot smoke in the, basically in the RV. That's not allowed in that camper.
What
Okay?
about the cabin?
I really would prefer not.
Okay, all right.
Outside is
You're really
fine.
focused on smoking the
Yeah. You see, when and that's how I do when I make my hotel reservation. You know, I give me a non-smoking floor because I don't want to smell the smoke. You know, I give me a non-smoking floor. You see what I'm saying? And a non-smoking room, that means when I walk in there, I ain't got to worry about smelling stale smoke with somebody that's been there before. You understand what I'm saying? And so now, but let me say this to you. You said, I prefer now.
You know, we're trying not to be the policeman, if we will. We're counting on people being responsible to enjoy and have a good time, but we have our published rules, we have them posted. I can't, be 100% on everything that happens. I'm not encouraging wild parties in a cabin, but I am.
Okay. Now, what
we do want to have the ability for individuals to have a good time, to have friends over, to basically to have a good time responsibly.
Sure. And what about that? That's a good answer. That you can't argue that, really. Tell me about this. Tell me about being handicap friendly.
I have a particular passion for special needs families, those that have a child or an individual in their family that does have special needs. We in fact adopted a special needs child when our children were young. And because of this, over time, we are going to encourage not just handicapped accessible, but really the kind of environment that allows a family with a special needs individual to come enjoy the campground experience. We have a party boat that actually can accommodate a wheelchair. We've got some things to do still with some ramming to get everybody in and out of everything that we offer at this point in time. But it is a special interest of ours to develop that over time. I know our son, who was wheelchair bound, he had muscular dystrophy, loved fishing. He thought it was great to come and be able to do that. He never was a swimmer when he was able to go to, he just didn't like that kind of group environment. But others do. They think it's the highlight of their experience to be able to get in the pool. Ours is a little chilly right now, I think. Once we get it heated, it may be better for a special needs individual.
But
that's what we're aiming to do.
Now, let me ask you this here. Just from talking to you and talking to Brian, I know we're encouraging youth groups to come out from different churches.
Yes.
Well, what size youth group can you accommodate?
We're really looking primarily for groups that are 30 individuals and under. If we were to have a larger group, it would depend on the event. Now, obviously, if they wanted to do, if people wanted to come for an overnight primitive camping trip, we could accommodate more people. That would be fine. But it really depends on your group and what you want to do at the campground. I can't get that many more people into the kayaks. We have 8 and a canoe, so I don't have enough to go to take 100
So what about tents? What about tents? Now, when you just said something about primitive, so that means that if we come out there with groups and we got our tents, can we pitch tents outside?
Yes. We have, right now, we have our 10 camping sites that have water and electricity, and some of our visitors actually bring fans in the middle of the summertime when they're camping then.
No, that's not a primitive island. That's the kind of primitive island.
But you know, when you grow up outdoors and you have a chance to really see these things, there's been some very interesting research recently that says being in touch with nature is good for you. It's good for you to relax, to calm down, to relate to other people better. And that's why one of the things I really want to highlight once we have our spiritual trail good to go is a different kind of spiritual retreat, which will start in 2015. The first day is about reading and journaling, a time of reflection. If you're working really hard and you just need some time away to yourself, that's what the first day is for. Day 2 will come in and you will share your experiences with others on the spiritual retreat. It may be your testimony, it may be a thing that has been bothering you, but there'll be a chance for interaction with a person of faith facilitator who is trained to be able to help groups talk about their faith.
Okay, now do this. You're telling about these now, but one thing we never talked about here, the hours. What kind of hours will be there? What kind of hours can we come out?
All right. Again, I'm just going to give you that very quickly. The campground office is open from 10 till 4 every day. But we are available 24/7. If a camper shows up at 11 o'clock at night after traveling for a long period of time and they need to check in, we'll go down and meet them, get them a campsite, and help them get settled.
Okay. So those of you who are on YouTube, we're going to tell you that anytime.
Anytime.
Well, now those of us who are local, you want us in the office before 4 o'clock, is that what you said?
No, 10 to 4 is when we're open. So if you want to come talk to us about the campground, about your event, about spiritual retreats, we're always available by phone. But if you want to stop and say hi, come between 10 and 4 and you're going to see somebody there.
Now, when me and Brian get ready to use the trail,
yes,
we got to get there between 10 and 4?
So you can get there anytime. Just give us a call.
Okay, all right. So all we got to do is call you.
Yeah.
Wonder what her phone number is.
Yeah.
334-425-4425.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You see, got me wrong. 34687-4425.
I'm glad you're the next meeting.
Yeah.
But look, we down to our last 5 minutes. And this is what I want to do. I want to try to divide that time between you and Brian, and give Brian something you want to tell our listening audience, and then whatever you want to emphasize that we have not touched. I'm sure there are so many things out there that you want our audience to know, and we probably didn't touch them all. Somebody kept interrupting us, and we called it that. So, but he won't kill us if we go over 5 minutes. But let's try to do that. I'm gonna let you go further, man.
All right.
I'm gonna give you time to tell them what some of the things that we use.
All right. Well, we are at First Presbyterian Church. We are a congregation of the Presbyterian Church USA. That's just our official denominational title. For more information on that, you can see pcusa.org, and that'll be anything you need to know about the denomination you can learn there. We also have our own website. I think it's firstpresufala.com. But if you do a search, it's not the best website, but it's a work in progress, so hopefully it'll improve. We can also be found on Facebook. Well, you can search for us on Facebook, and hopefully you can find us. Search engines are good things.
All right, that's very good. All right, that's it.
That'll do it for me.
All right, come on, Don.
Couple of different things in support of the First Presbyterian Church pumpkin sale. We are doing a pumpkin chuck and pumpkin race on October 25th. It's free for coming to watch. If you want to actually chunk a pumpkin, take it in a big slingshot and push it out into the field, or put it in a race car and have it run down the track, that's $5 to participate.
That's going to be at your place?
It's going to be at our place October 25th, the weekend, the Saturday before Halloween. We're doing the pumpkin chuck
Can we
and
go
race.
with somebody? You got to talk
mine.
you got to talk it, or can we go with somebody?
No, we're not throwing them at anybody.
Okay,
You do have to bring your own pumpkin, but pumpkins will be for sale that are available from the church to support the Presbyterian Children's Home, which is near there. We're working with school groups around that to design our race and study gravity, which is
tell our audience that again. Tell our audience that again, because I already hear some people saying, what was that all about?
October 25th. It's called our Pumpkin Dash and Smash.
Dash and Smash.
The dash is the racing.
Okay.
And there's going to be an actual racetrack that you can send your pumpkin down the racetrack.
Nice.
And the smash is to chuck a pumpkin with a big slingshot. Okay, send it out.
And that's gonna be at the campground.
At the campground.
And Lake Eufaula Campground?
Lake Eufaula Campground.
That's the official name.
That's the official name.
And to give people an idea of where it's at, what I tell folks is out there, is like you're going to Subway, but you turn left for Subway, and act like you're going to Thankful Baptist Church. And that's what I tell folks.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not from here, I'm not from here, so when you're talking about the AOK and all that other stuff, Now what about road sign? Do we have any road sign?
Absolutely.
Okay.
There.
So you got road sign, tell us how to get there.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Again, yes, the thing I did want to say that if people are interested in the spiritual retreat, look at our website, www.lakeeufaulacampground.com. You'll see information about how that is going up. The third day is actually community service because we do want to give back to the community any way that we can. And we're also very excited to see this beautiful piece of property used by as many people as possible because we get so many advantages by living in a small town like Eufaula. It is a sense of community and we want to share that.
Okay, let's do this again. You tell me your name. It's Dr. Karen Sterling.
Yes.
Okay? You give them your number. I ain't gonna try to mess with that number. But now, this is what I want you to do with this. This is what I want you to do with this. I want you to look at the camera. And I want you to tell our audience the name again, the name of the place, and the phone number. So to make sure that if anybody want to get in touch with you, and I always tell my audience, if you got any questions for any of our guests, you can drop them off at the bread basket. If you got any questions or comments about anything we say or do, you can drop them off at the bread basket. And if it concerns Lake Eufaula Campground, I will get it to Dr. Sterling. And she's going to give you the information to get in touch with her so that you may want to do it personally.
I'm Karen Sterling. Our number is 334-687-4425, or you can find us online at www.lakeeufaulacampground.com.
All right, that's Lake Eufaula Campground. You've been watching Gumbo Live from right here, downtown, beautiful Eufaula, at the bread basket. We want to thank the crew at the bread basket for allowing us to come back home.
Where's the bread basket?
The bread basket, downtown Eufaula, right across from the courthouse, not far from First Prayer.
That's right.
You can watch this DLC, you've been watching Gumbo Live. Thank you.
The next time you need a haircut, think of the barber shop with a grand tradition. Williams Barbershop. Williams Barbershop, proud to serve the entire community of Eufaula. Come by to our new location, new facilities, and see what it's like to be treated in style at Williams Barbershop in the old JCPenney catalog store. There is another choice for making funeral arrangements. Central Funeral Services, located in Eufaula and Louisville, Alabama. With one-of-a-kind staff, thrives on professionalism and meeting the unique needs of families with a wide variety of services. Owned and operated by the Mixon family. Call 687-1060 or 266-5261. Melissa Mixon Smith, licensed funeral director.